create those moments for yourself, and if I can create them for myself in what I make, then I leave with a sense of happiness, and then about 20 minutes later, I try to one-up that, and I try to get closer to that sense of myself. So I've kind of signed myself up for a life of constant searching and constant disappointment, but that disappointment is good, because I think if I found what I was looking for, I wouldn't have anything to paint. So yeah, this is me.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just learned how to do fingers and toes. Those are always the bitch for me.
Yeah. I was really bad at drawing hands too, so I draw a lot of them. I don't know. I tend not to think when I paint. So it's kind of a strange process to speak while I do it.
What audiobook inspired your favorite mural?
My favorite mural. So I think the most formative mural for me, actually I used to paint graffiti growing up, like wild style, and I loved when you couldn't find something in a painting. I was looking for letters, and everyone seemed to be able to see letters and interpret it as a different thing. They'd say, oh, it says like such and such, and I said, no, it says this. And what I started to find really interesting is that regardless of what it said, it's the searching process that makes it important. It's kind of that Tibetan mandala. It's like the meditative process in finding that. That's the goal. It's the Somerset Maugham quote that I think I ADD'd away from earlier was, when leaving the beaten track, many are called, but few are chosen. And it's this idea of how dedicated are you to your individualism, and how dedicated are you to following that calling in that creative necessity deep down inside. So the audiobook that I think was most formative was Camus' The Plague. And I was sitting there in Providence, Rhode Island, where I went to school, every night in a breakfast place. I decided to trade like 3 pancakes for muralizing the entire thing, which was not a good trade, because he gave me pancakes once. And I found out how gnarly the kitchen was, because I would be there washing my brushes late night. And so in that process, painting that, I started to realize that, I was really abiding by I was thinking a lot about existentialism and giving my life its own value, until I read Camus and I realized that, and I don't think it happened then, I'm still rationalizing it now, but that mural really embodied that there is, for me, the only meaning in life is to make, and to consciously create things that make you happy every day, and to make mistakes that make you make, well, that is incredibly redundant, but to make mistakes that make you express and find new things about yourself and your process. The slip of the brush, the movement of the body that's a little bit too organic, because that's what I'm going to spend my whole life doing, is working in everything from tech to clothing here, back to an origin that I already know, and that I could, if I was open, just do today. And so that's how Camus spoke to me, is everyone reacted to this plague in a different way, and in The Stranger as well. In a lot of the books I read, it's all about individualism, and it's about how we cope with nothingness, or individualism, or searching, and this is how I cope with it. So, yes, there's a piece for you.
Will you sign it so we know the orientation?
Yeah. See, I looked at it now, and it's like, oh, so many more things to hit. So Elle made me stop. I'd be painting here all the time, like line walls of canvas, and I paint these huge pieces, and I realized the best work that I was making were those pieces, the white, the 30-second gestures of just faces, like not conscious, just entirely fluid. Because the work I make, if you saw in my studio, is really big and really colorful and intricate. I sit there for a long time painting these meticulous, these things in patterns and colors and this flat spaces. So I don't like depth in paintings because I think the user should bring that themselves. And so these, for me, these provided a way around that, a way to find depth in myself. But I have a show coming up that you all should please come to, and I'm going to make everyone dress in painter suits, like the hood, and I'm going to put masks on you if you walk in. I'm going to paint the whole place like that, probably black and white with canvases on top, but color, and you'll be covered in my pattern. And so when you walk in, you'll be there's no identity in there. You'll walk in and you'll be one with the room. So there's no like viewer and painting. There's no dichotomy between that at all. It's just like you're part of this like moving entity that is creation, I guess. And you are the performance art. And so it's like my kind of joke because I don't have to talk to anyone about my work, which I love. But yeah, it's going to be these brightly colored suits with masks, and then there's going to be faux figures inside, sculptural ones, over life size, like that, but painted in color. So you'll not be this barrier of what's real and what's false, and where your friend is that you walked in with, and how you can associate with someone in there. Everything is tabula rasa, very John Locke in a way, but that's what I'm trying to create and manifest. So if you guys would come, I'd love that.